Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Hasbro Pulse exclusive ZEO COGS 2-pack. So here we have an Army Builder set. This was announced during or at the start or just before Power Morphicon occurred. I always thought Power Morphicon was like an official convention like by Saban, and then like Hasbro would have taken it over. I don't think it is. You guys let me know down in the comments below, you know, because I've never been and I wasn't real familiar with it, but I'm curious kind of how that works, because I felt like it was a separate thing and not like an official Power Rangers thing. But you know, hopefully I'm wrong on that, and you know, maybe one day I'll get to attend and that'd be really cool. But here we have the ZEO COGS. Originally they were expected, I think, sometime later this year, and they're like, hey, good news, we're shipping out early. The UK got it, I think, a few weeks ago, but I'm excited to get it now. We have a look at two different COGS, so we know that we're getting these two different heads, and we have the two different bodies of the COGS. So just kind of, you know, wraps around on those same images there. And then here we have a digital render of the two different figures that come in the package, and I'm very excited. Now with this 2-pack, because it's like an Army Builder Hasbro Pulse exclusive, they didn't do the window box like they normally would on 2-packs. So kind of like they did the Putty 2-pack, the Army Builder set. That's kind of how they did this set. And this thing is packed with accessories. So we have the ZEO COGS weapons, we have some blast effects that go over their chest, we each have an interchangeable head on there. There's two sets of hands that you can use, so you can kind of adjust the hands all different ways. So it's actually all pretty cool. We get this little swoosh effect there. So it's loaded with stuff. So I'm excited to kind of go over it. We'll try and go over it quickly. Obviously I'm going to do articulation for only one of the figures because they are the exact same, but I mean, all of Power Rangers figures are basically the exact same. Just, you know, spoiler alert on that. So let's start taking all these pieces out and take a look at the figures. Okay, so here are the two ZEO COGS out of the package, and man, there is a lot to unpack here. They just come packed with all kinds of accessories, and it is really awesome. The figures look pretty good. I like that this one just looks so kind of blah and pale. It's kind of how it looked from the show. If I remember correctly, there was a little bit of sparkle to kind of that salmon color ZEO COGS, kind of like this one. So this one kind of has a metallic look to it. At least the legs and the arms do. The body does not, and that sucks. Looking at it under the bright light, it's like, what the hell is going on? Now the torso piece and the legs and the arms use a different type of plastic, right? Torso pieces use a harder plastic, so naturally, of course, the plastic, that's why you'll see a lot of times colors don't always match. It's because it's a different type of plastic. The same thing's going to happen here. So they're able to make the arms and the legs look shiny, whereas the torso does not look as shiny. So that really sucks on this figure, but they did something to it that is kind of cool that you wouldn't really see on other figures, because there was a lot of shine and stuff to the ZEO COGS. So Hasbro was able to apply some paint to the torso and actually in the arms and the legs to have it kind of look that shiny, oily look, and that's actually kind of cool. First, let's go over the accessories. So we have these two like swoosh effects that you can kind of put over their hands. These are the exact same. They're in a purple color. We get these lances, I guess, or batons. Here, the staffs. Bow staff, I guess these are like shorter ones right there, and then, you know, they're, I guess, telescoping here. They're extended out. I don't really remember these from the show. I haven't watched ZEO since I was a kid, but you know, it's, so this I don't remember. I remember the COGS and the Machine Empire and stuff like that, but these weapons specifically I really don't remember. But we get two of those, so one for each of the ZEO COGS, so that is pretty cool. We get this chest blast effect. So we've seen this before. This was done like with the ZEO, not the ZEO, the Z putties, the Lord Zed Z putties. So here it's just done in a blue color, and it's kind of sparkly looking. Well, it's just the way the light shines on it. There's no glitter effect in it or anything, but just translucent blue, and it can wrap onto a figure like so. Like I did here. And again, this is not new. We've seen these released before, but they still look pretty good, and they just kind of rest over the figures like so. So that is pretty cool. We have interchangeable hands. So out of the package, the figures each have these open holding hands. So we get one set of fists that you can kind of use and, you know, distribute between these two figures how you see fit. Oh, actually, shit, they're both right fists. And then these open hands are both left open hands. So we didn't even get a right and a left fist. So never mind. So these are the sets of hands that you get. A fist and an open hand, and then you got the holding hands. Why wouldn't we get two fists? That's a stupid decision in my opinion. Come on, Hasbro, what's up with that? And then we get the two interchangeable heads. So even though you only get two figures, you have the options on how you want to display the head. So you could display both ZEO COGS with this head, the open helmeted head, or the closed one. So you can have your options on what you want to do. So they're the exact same. There's no difference between any of them. So we're going to take a closer look at the figures now so you can see those head sculpts close up. Okay, so here is the first one. This will be like the silver one. So again, you notice the shininess, the metallic of the arms, and we do not get it in the torso. But notice the oily look to it. The really cool thing of how they do this is they have all these different color little paint spots throughout the torso to make that shiny rainbow oil spill look to it. I think that looks really cool. I really like the way that came out. We get a little bit on the arm, so a little bit on the shoulder right there, a little bit on the bicep right there as well. Not really on the sides or anything, nothing on the back of the figure, but the legs again are already metallic and shiny looking. But we do get some more of that paint added to the front of the thighs and the hip pieces there. So that is pretty cool. I really like the way that looks. The boots have some nice gold on there, some silver around the top of the boots. The belt's got some nice gold on there. Yeah, these guys came out looking pretty good. I do really hate the way the torso is not metallic, shiny like the arms and the legs, though. I think that really hurts it. But looking at the head sculpt, this thing looks awesome. Those eyes are a nice shiny black in there, and they're recessed back, as you could see, right? They're not all the way to the front. They're kind of pushed back in there, and that just looks awesome. I really like that. But then if you look at the other head sculpt, and this one's really cool, I mean, look at the detail of that. That's just awesome. We get some nice silver paint in there to go along with the gold, some red for the eyes. Yeah, that just came out looking really, really nice. I love the way that looks. I kind of prefer this look because, you know, when they're fighting and stuff, this is the look they have. I don't really remember what circumstances they would open up the faceplate there. You guys let me know down in the comments below. But I just don't remember from watching the show. But looking at this figure, so same thing, silver at the top of the boot, gold over the boots there, the gauntlet pieces there. But the figure is just all done in this pale salmon color. But the arms and the legs match the torso a lot better, so you know that's definitely a plus over this one. But when I think ZEO COGS, this is the look that I think of. I don't necessarily think of this. I want to say there were less than these. I don't actually know that. Just based off of memory, I don't remember this color as much. I really remember these ones. But yeah, the head sculpts just look fantastic. But let's zoom out for the articulation. We're going to just look at articulation of one because they're going to be the exact same. Okay, so the articulation, we're going to look at the salmon color. So that he can only look down that much, and he can look up that much. So that is actually pretty good. One thing that I want to see, the chin, I guess, would kind of sit at the same height. You know, so if you wanted to kind of look down, well, it feels like he can kind of look down a little bit more. So just a heads up on that. You get a full rotation, a little bit of pivot going on in that head. The arm, you can go way up high, which is great. You get a full rotation in there, and we have the butterfly joint, so you can get the arms to go back that much. Coming forward isn't really a whole lot more, but the back motion is pretty awesome. You have an upper bicep swivel in there. You get a double jointed elbow. Like so, wrists swivel, and they do hinge. It is all the same horizontal hinge for all of them. Diaphragm joint, you can pivot to the left that much, you can pivot to the right that much. You can, without using that ab crunch, you can go back slightly. You can come forward a little bit when using that ab crunch and going back all the way. That's how far back you can go. Coming forward, you can go quite a bit there. No waist swivel. Instead, you have a swivel at that diaphragm joint there. Legs go out this far apart. He can't kick forward that much only. You can kind of work it a little bit, but the hip's going to cut into that leg piece there. Upper thigh cut, you get a double jointed knee like so. The boot is quite large, so the boot really hits the back of the leg. You do have a boot swivel in there, kind of have to work it a little bit, but it is there. Foot hinges down a little bit. You get a little tiny bit hinge going up. Ankle pivot and peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So that is the articulation for the ZEO COGS. And again, they are the exact same figure, so the articulation is going to be the same. One thing that's really apparent with these guys is the fact that the arms just cannot go straight down to their side. But let's see the ZEO COGS along with some other troop building figures, so some putties. Maybe I'll throw in a Tenga. You know, it was really as to be expected that we would get Army Builder figures for Mighty Morphin seasons, but it's nice to see that other seasons are getting some of the same treatment. So here we have the ZEO COGS. Turbo, I don't remember what they were. In Space, I really don't remember what they were either. Damn, I really don't remember any of the other troop builders. They're just not as memorable to me like when I was a kid growing up watching, you know, the first 5 seasons of Power Rangers, maybe 6, but Power Rangers Mighty Morphin, of course, with the regular putty, the Z putty, and the Tenga Warriors. But then in Zeo, I did watch. Turbo I watched, but Turbo I was kind of getting out of it, and I don't remember exactly what they were then. But it's nice to see more than just Mighty Morphin getting some of the army building treatment. Okay, so here are the ZEO COGS up against the ZEO Rangers that we've released so far. So the Gold Ranger, the ZEO Gold Ranger, ZEO Green Ranger, ZEO Red Ranger, ZEO Blue Ranger, Wave 10 ZEO Yellow Ranger has released from GameStop. I don't think anywhere else has gotten them. I do not have my hands on one of those. I wish I did. I did not pre-order from GameStop. But ZEO Yellow is officially out there, and then pretty soon the GameStop exclusive 2-pack, the Cat 2-pack, will have the pink ZEO Ranger, and she will also have you know, Catherine's Pink Ranger version from Mighty Morphin. So the ZEO team is going to be complete here pretty soon. So that is pretty cool. Whether we get to see like it was the Machine Empire, right? King Cog? No, I don't remember. I don't remember their names. I wish I would remember some of these a little bit more. But I wonder if we'll ever get some of those villains. You know, we got Rita, we got Lord Zed. Who knows if Hasbro's gonna kind of go down that road of releasing villains from other seasons. We know that Ecliptor's coming, but he wasn't like the big... Well, we did get Astronema. Huh. It's all kind of weird now thinking about it. And then, you know, we're getting a red Ecliptor version as well. But Zeo coming along quite nicely. Can't wait to finish out the team. You know, trying to put some of these accessories kind of together. This arm blast or hand blast effect piece does not work with the fist, so it's going to work with like the open hands that come on the figures out of the package. So you really kind of have to force the hand in there, but the fist is actually just not going to work. So you can do that, and it actually holds tight enough in there where it's really not going to fall off. So at least that's a nice touch that it won't fall off, but they made it kind of a pain in the ass to do. But it can work, and then of course, you know, it can work for both hands, how you want to do it, as you can see there. Okay, and then for the lances, they hold well enough in the hands, as you can see there. So that is it for the accessories. Okay, so there is my review of the ZEO COGS. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you think of this 2-pack. I think it's pretty awesome. I know that it did sell out on Hasbro Pulse. Hopefully at some point they will become available again. I only ordered the 1 set, but I am happy to have it. But lots of ZEO figures coming. I hope to get more ZEO. King Mondo would be awesome, the Machine Empire. I don't know if Hasbro will go that route. They seem to be pretty heavy into In Space at the moment, and In Space was a great season, so maybe we'll see eventually, but you know, it seems like they're putting a lot of focus on ZEO at this time, and we do know that the Tonfas for the Rocky ZEO Blue figure are going to get released at some point, so I'm thinking it's going to be a 2-pack, like a Rocky 2-pack or something. So more ZEO figures are going to be coming. Maybe we get a King Mondo. I don't know, but it would be pretty cool to see, to get more and more ZEO. But I am excited for all the in-space stuff that is coming out. That's kind of a highlight for me of what's coming. But anyway, you guys let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of this 2-pack, the ZEO COGS? Were you able to order, or did you miss out? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys liked the video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.